The city of Portland struggles with homelessness and urban camping. An organization called People for Portland is floating what some would call a drastic proposal, and it has a goal of putting the idea before voters on the November ballot.
The proposal would involve redirecting funds from the Metro housing bond passed by voters in 2018. Fox 12's Simon Gutierrez gives us a closer look at the proposal and why it's getting mixed reviews.
The critics say it would take important funding away from services like drug treatment and mental health care and for building affordable housing. But the proposal's supporters say the city's efforts to fight homelessness so far have been moving at a glacial pace, and getting people off the street needs to happen now.
It initially just started as a small, camp for a couple.
Tucked not so neatly just behind Allison Milionis's back deck.
And then over the months, it's continued to grow as they've built.
A growing, evolving, and for all intents and purposes, permanent campsite.
There's always a fire going because, of course, they need to keep warm, but it creates a lot of smoke that often fills our house, so we have to keep windows closed. It's really unsafe.
Milionis and other neighbors have spent months filing campsite reports with the city of Portland, pointing out the dangers.
Since August 5th, when the camp moved in about 50 feet from our house, we've submitted, mine and my neighbor in total, over 300 requests related to that camp to have it removed or have it reviewed or have it adjusted.
But despite their efforts, documented in pages-long email chains, nothing has been done. Their frustration is a window into what's happening all around the city.
We're not getting the results that we need, and it's clear that no one's really happy with the current state of affairs. You can feel the tension in the city.
With that in mind, a group called People for Portland has proposed a ballot measure that would redirect 75% of the Metro housing bond funds awarded to counties toward building and maintaining emergency shelters until the county has more shelter beds than people defined as homeless, and that county is enforcing anti-camping laws.
Do you think that would be a better solution than what we're doing right now?
Yes. I think if we have a situation where people have a place to go that's safe, where they can be together, where they can bring their pets, then it is better than this kind of a scenario.
But the idea has its critics. In a statement, Join, a Portland nonprofit that provides services for people experiencing homelessness, says, quote, "It is an attempt to take away 75% of voter-approved funding for comprehensive homeless solutions like mental health and addiction services, affordable housing, and case management, and would likely lead to more homeless and harm for families experiencing homelessness."
People tend to come and go.
But for Allison Milionis, the proposed ballot measure represents at least the hope for change.
If we have all this money going towards this, I'm not seeing it really on a larger scale how it's helping. Help these people, help the neighborhood, help all of us that are trying to navigate this very complex and somewhat, dangerous situation.
An attorney for the Metro Regional Government reviewed the initial proposed ballot measure to redirect this funding and found it didn't meet certain legal requirements. People for Portland have filed a revised ballot measure and hope to get it on the November ballot. I'm Simon Gutierrez, Fox 12 Oregon.